Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Comparing Clipboards podcast. I'm your host, Luke Lewis, as well as my co-host, Erica Chapa, and we're excited to get this started. So the first thing that I want to clarify with this podcast is not coming from the perspective of, oh, we are such good coaches, we know everything, listen to us because we just know it all. That actually couldn't be further from the truth. But we'll get into that a little bit. Let's go ahead and introduce ourselves first. I'll start. For those that don't know me, my name is Luke Lewis. I am 24 years old. I'm only 5 years into my young coaching career. I'm a Fresno State kinesiology graduate. I graduated in 2018. Since then, I've been coaching, and before then, but mostly since then, I've been coaching both boys and girls high school teams, as well as club here in between. And I have grown a real passion for coaching. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I also want to introduce my co-host, Erica Chapa. So Chapa, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Erica Chapa. I recently started coaching high school volleyball last season. And I've been coaching I've been assistant coaching club since my senior year of high school. I played junior college volleyball at Gavilan College in Gilroy for 2 years, where my team won a conference championship and I was named conference MVP, as well as being named first team All-American. After my time at Gavilan, I received a scholarship to play ball at Cal State Monterey Bay for my final 2 years, where I was named Female Newcomer of the Year my first year and Female Athlete of the Year, as well as first team All-Conference my second year.
So as you can see, there's a reason why I went first, because that'd be kind of hard to follow. My resume is not as awesome as hers. But what is this podcast all about? So we've really both grown a passion, not just for our sport, but picking the brains of other coaches and learning and growing in terms of being coaches. So what this pod is all about is kind of having a platform for those conversations that we have with other coaches, where we pick their brains, hear their philosophies, what is their keys to success, what has changed about their philosophies over the years. Those conversations that you have, that you learn a lot from, that you're like, man, a lot of people would benefit from this conversation. So we want to give a platform for other people to learn along the way that we are too. So kind of like I said earlier, this is not coming from the perspective of, man, we know everything. This is coming from the perspective as we're trying to learn and grow as well. And we're bringing on other people to have conversations to help us. Okay. So we also are not just, this pod is not just for coaches, right? This pod is also for, athletes, as well as parents that maybe want to get a little more perspective and understanding of what are coaches thinking? Why is my son and daughter's practice run like this? Why are they doing this? Why are they like, we understand there's a lot of confusion there in that little gray area where coaches understand, but the parents don't understand, and that leads to a lot of frustration. So we're also giving a platform for parents and athletes to maybe get a little bit more understanding for what their coaches are thinking. Obviously, we don't have any guests on today, but we have a lot of guests lined up that have a lot of experience coaching, as well as other areas that relate to sports that we can't wait to learn from. And it will also help everybody else listening to get another perspective of what they're involved in. So we are really excited to hear the different insights and philosophies from different coaches that we're going to have on here. I hope listeners can learn a thing or two along the way with us that we're also going to be learning. If you can take one thing you learn from here that will help you be a better coach or a better athlete or a better parent of an athlete, I think that's a win. If you or anybody else would like to be a guest on here and talk to us, or even just have a topic that you want us to go over with somebody, you can go ahead and email us or DM us on any of our social media accounts that we'll have listed below. We would love to hear from you. That's what really gets this podcast going, is having it grow, hearing from different people. And that's how we're all really going to learn it, because collaboration is how we really grow, not just in sports, but in anything else. It's that conversation that gets us thinking. So yeah, we are excited to get going. Follow the social media accounts to be up to date on what's coming with the pod, as well as what guests are coming on. We will have our first real episode with a guest coming on soon, hopefully within the next 2 weeks. So stay informed on it. We will be having that coming up soon. So thanks for joining us, and we'll hear from you soon.